Welcome to Wheels Up with Sunrise on Wheels. I'm Michelle Newman. Today's program is all about festivals. And like all Wheels Up episodes, it has 3 segments. First, I'll take you on a trip around the world to see some really cool festivals. Next, we'll craft with Caroline, learning how to make a lantern, your very own coat of arms, and she'll show us an interesting skirt she made from chocolate. Finally, I hope you'll play along, shout out your answers, as we play Festival Trivia.
No matter where you go around the globe, we all love to celebrate. And when it comes to celebration, festivals offer something for everyone. Whether it's the arts and culture, food, holidays, or religion you're into, there's a gathering somewhere with your name on it. Today, let's take a journey around the world and explore some of my favorite festivals. Let's begin with the biggest festival in the world, not to mention a wild party, Brazil's Carnival in Rio de Janeiro. It is widely considered the greatest show on earth. The event attracts nearly 5 million people each year. I was lucky enough to attend, and it is crazy. Historically, Carnival is a religious celebration. The Brazil Festival takes place in February or March over the 5 days preceding the Catholic season of Lent, which starts 40 days before Easter. It also coincides with the end of the long, brutally hot Brazilian summer. Remember, in the southern hemisphere, their summer is our winter. So picture 5 million people who've been baking in the heat for months, preparing to give up the things they love for 40 days, set loose in a city filled with lively music and dancers. Yeah, it's crazy and colorful, thanks to creative costumes worn by the 70-plus samba schools, each representing a different neighborhood. It's an amazing collaboration of local neighbors that attend the carnival together, prepare and decorate elaborate floats, and perform before millions of screaming fans in a competition which ends with a 2-night extravaganza at Rio's remarkable Sambadrome. It's a true spectacle. The party goes on all night. It doesn't even begin until 7 p.m. and ends at something like 4 a.m. You don't have to stay all night. I didn't. We left about 1 a.m. and we were the first to leave. It is a sight I'll never forget. But don't think this is only for adults. There's a special Carnival Tuesday. And like the adults in those samba schools, the children compete against each other. They write their own theme songs, choreograph their dances, build floats, and sew costumes. Part musical festival, part dance, all rolled up into a spectacular parade. Next, let's visit an altogether different kind of festival, one that transports us back in time to the Middle Ages, a time in Europe that lasted from year 500 to close to 1500. While all over the world, including here in the U.S., there are hundreds of medieval festivals, today let's travel outside Madrid, Spain to experience El Alamo Medieval Fair, a 5-day event around the end of April or beginning of May. The medieval market has more than 200 stalls, which allow you to immerse yourself in this medieval time period with stunning costumes, shows, music, food, and all sorts of period-accurate activities. You'll find lots of honey because during this time they hadn't yet invented sugar. Delicious bread, cheeses, and meats. Besides trying samples of food, the market offers much more. There are more than 100 artists that entertain the audience with street theater, circuses, music, and authentic workshops. There's a medieval market where dragons, goblins, fairies, nymphs, witches, monks, and jesters gather to afford an unforgettable experience. How about watching a fun puppet show or exploring a Celtic labyrinth? And look at this incredible horse and fire show. And of course, you can't miss the duels on horseback with long spears and shields. Next, let's travel a short distance to Paris, France. Who likes chocolate? At the Salon du Chocolat, we can sample from over 280 different chocolatiers. confectioners, cocoa-producing countries, and artisans from all over the world. France, Belgium, Austria, Brazil, Colombia, Mexico, Portugal. There are plenty of activities during this 5-day event. We can watch demonstrations by top chefs, the Cocoa Show, a musical entertainment and performance from cocoa-producing countries, and the Chocosphere, different talks and tastes. Yum! One of the best parts is an incredible fashion show made of chocolate. The models at the Salon de Chocolate runway aren't just surrounded by decadent candy, they're covered in it. Each of their dresses, tops, skirts, and accessories were fashioned using real, edible chocolate. While the dresses aren't entirely made of chocolate, they are featured heavily. What do you think? Isn't it fabulous? Next, we're off to India to see some amazing festivals. The first takes place Dahi Handi. It's a Hindu festival celebrating the birth of Lord Krishna. While it has religious implications tied to it, it is celebrated with considerable measure of pageantry and show, boisterous DJs, and insane rain dancing. As indicated by Hindu folklore, Lord Krishna and his companions used to form human pyramids to break pots hung from the roofs of neighborhood houses in order to steal curd and butter in a village in Uttar Pradesh. To remember that custom, youngsters attempt to break the Dahi Handi by forming human pyramids and breaking open the pot. This takes place all over Mumbai. When I was there, I saw numerous pyramids of people crowding the streets. While we're in India, let's explore another fun Indian festival. To welcome in spring, the Holi Festival involves an explosion of colors with laughter and joy celebrated all over India. People light bonfires, sing and dance energetically, and have as much wild fun as they can. They throw dry powder of every color everywhere, eating sweets and dancing. People appear to be moving masses of a combination of color, which can evoke laughter from even the surliest of people. This festival is ideal for whole families as everyone can join in the fun. Traditional folk dancing can be lots of fun, and at the end, we throw flowers up into the sky. Next, we're off to Southeast Asia, in the northern part of Thailand, where we will visit the Yiping Lantern Festival in Chiang Mai, Thailand, held normally in November. A celebration marking the end of the monsoon season, lights or candles are placed into rice paper lanterns decorated with good luck wishes and prayers. The hot air trapped inside makes the lantern rise. The act of releasing the lantern symbolizes letting go of all ills and misfortunes in the previous year, with the hope that all past mistakes will be blown away. There's nothing quite like seeing thousands of lanterns float up into the sky, candles lining the lanes, special parades, and floating flower offerings on the Ping River. Temple and local houses decorate their entrances with flowers and coconut leaves. It is quite a beautiful sight. Don't you agree? From Thailand, let's fly back to the United States to Coachella, a giant music festival held in Indio, California. It all started when the band Pearl Jam got in a fight with Ticketmaster over their service fees and tried to find its own venue. The band ended up using the Empire Polo Grounds in Indio, California, which is where the festival is still held today. It's grown so big that organizers turned it into 2 separate weekends. Although Coachella's roots are all about music, it's become way more, with giant art structures, a major fashion hotspot for bohemian-inspired styles, super Instagrammable moments, and it's packed with A-list celebrities. Next, we're off to visit an enchanted world of special-shaped twilight and vibrant balloons in the Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the largest and one of the most extravagant hot air balloon festivals in the world. This event is a wonderful showcase of the most creative, eye-catching and breathtaking balloons in the world. Starting with only 13 in 1972, it's grown, and now more than 600 fantastic balloons envelop the skyline of New Mexico during this fantastic fiesta held in October. While there are so many amazing events happening during this festival, no one should miss the mass ascension. Rising before the sun, we can watch as hundreds of participating balloons inflate and rise into the morning sky, all together. Can you believe this spectacular display of sound and color? It is a one-of-a-kind sight. Of course, if you're lucky enough to ride in a balloon, you definitely wouldn't want to pass it up. I've always wanted to do it. Before you know it, everything shrinks away, getting smaller with every breath. How are we moving? The balloon uses a burner fueled by propane to heat up the air inside the balloon. Once the air inside the balloon begins to get warm, the balloon will rise. But how is it steered? The pilot controls the balloon's height by releasing hot air from a vent at the top of the balloon. Releasing the warmer air causes the balloon to descend. Going up and down is great, but there isn't a steering wheel. Instead, you're at the mercy of the wind. These balloons come in a lot of funny shapes and sizes. What do you think of these bees, which start out with their hands velcroed together as they ascend, usually kissing with their little baby bee nearby? They eventually go buzzing their own separate ways, making for some of the most adorable moments at the fiesta. This fiesta lasts 9 days and is filled with spectacular hot air ballooning events, including racing and competitions. Another favorite is the evening balloon glow. Isn't it spectacular? It looks like these balloons are lit from within like a giant holiday ornament. It's quite breathtaking. Our final stop is the French-speaking city of Quebec, Canada, for its fabulous Winter Carnival. A fun family event that celebrates winter to the fullest and is the world's biggest winter carnival. There's something for everyone. Do you love parades? Well, you'll find both nighttime and day parades, some with giant inflatable characters. How about food? At the Maple Sugar Shack, a dollop of liquid maple sugar is poured onto the snow, where it instantly hardens into a treat. Who doesn't love a donut? What do you think of a beaver tail? It's a delicious fried dough pastry, sort of like a flat donut, that is topped with cinnamon, sugar, lemon, Nutella, or other goodies. Yum! It's a showcase for amazing snow sculptures. So many artists carving huge blocks of snow into incredible sculptures. The official ambassador of the carnival is Bonhomme. Looking a bit like a large snowman, you can't miss him. White as snow, wearing a red cap, black buttons, and an arrow sash. Every year an ice palace is built for him that serves as a focal point for several carnival activities. Speaking of activities, there's dog sledding, hockey, snow rafting, tubing, ice skating, zorbing, and you shouldn't miss the ice canoe racing across the icy Lawrence River. Our journey to festivals around the world must come to an end. I hope I'll see you next time.
Hi, my name is Caroline and I'm so excited to do arts and crafts with you today. Today's video was all about different kinds of festivals. So today we're going to make this lantern and this coat of arms from the medieval festival in Spain. And at the end, we're going to make a special treat. I hope you have fun. So first, I'm going to show you how to make the lantern. And in the video, you saw that there's a festival and they make wishes and they put them inside of lanterns and they let them go into the sky and they hope that their wishes come true. So today, we're going to make a lantern that we're going to put a wish inside. So what you need for the lantern is a big piece of paper. It can be any color you want. A smaller piece of paper for the wish that we're going to put inside of the lantern. A scissor and a glue stick. So first, we're gonna cut the handle for our lantern. So you can cut along the short side of your piece of paper, just not too thick, like that. And now, we could take our paper and fold it in half the long way. And then, we're gonna cut some lines on the folded side, not all the way, but almost to the top, so like that. And continue to do that all the way across your paper. So now I'm cutting my last one. Okay, so now it should look like this. And now we're gonna open it up, and now you need your glue stick, and you're gonna put glue on one side over here, all the way down, like this, and then take the other side and stick it over here. And then if you want to make it look like it's more popped up, you can just like push it down a little. And now you have the lantern. And now we're going to add the handle out of the paper we cut out before. So you could take your glue stick and put some glue on both sides of the piece of paper. And then you could stick it to both sides like a loop. And now you have the lantern. Now we can make the wish to go inside. So since our lantern doesn't have a bottom, and they're a little bit different than the ones you let go into the sky, but since our lanterns don't have a bottom, we're just gonna cut a strip of our paper, and then you can write your wish. So I wrote, I wish that everyone in the world is happy. So now I'm gonna put some glue on the back of my wish, and then we can glue it inside of our lantern on one of the strips so that it's like a secret, no one can see it. Mine's right here. And then that's the finished lantern. The next craft we're going to do is a coat of arms. So in the video, you saw that in Spain they have medieval festivals, and during the medieval times there were knights that carried coat of arms. So we're going to make our own coat of arms, and we're going to put designs about things that are important to us. So the first thing you need is a sheet of paper, and if you want, we're going to cut it out, and then you can glue it onto another piece of paper. It can be colored, it doesn't have to be though, and you don't have to glue it onto another piece, but I'm going to. Then you also need some scissors, glue, and something to draw the coat of arms, so a pencil or a marker, and then something to color your design. So I'm using markers, but you could use crayons or colored pencils. So first we're going to draw our coat of arms. So you need your white piece of paper. And first, to make it a little bit easier to draw, you can fold your paper in half the long way. And then you could fold it down just a little bit. Like that. And then open it back up. And now we can draw it. So the reason we folded it is that so you can see the lines, and it'll be a little bit easier to draw the coat of arms. So starting at the top of the paper, you can draw a line, a curved line down to the line you created here. And then you could do the same thing on the other side, like this. And now we want to draw a big curved shape all the way down to the bottom of your paper, like this. And then repeat the same thing on the other side. So this is what mine looks like, and if you want it to be a little bit bigger, you can draw this line all the way to the edges, but I just did mine like this. So now you can use another piece of paper or anything that has a straight edge, and we're gonna make the 4 sections. So first, you can make the one from the top of your coat of armor to the bottom. So you can use a piece of paper or a ruler, or anything you have that has a straight edge, like this. And now we can make one in the middle, and you don't really have to measure the middle, just approximate the middle. Like that. And now we get to draw our designs. So I'm gonna do, in one of mine I'm gonna do sunrise. In another one I'm gonna do my family. I'm also gonna do my friends and art. So this is how mine turned out. I just drew mine in pencil, but you can make yours more colorful with markers or colored pencils or crayons. So I wrote friends and some things that make me think of my friends. And then I drew my family and my 2 dogs. Then I also drew a paint palette and a paintbrush. And then I drew a sun and wrote sunrise. So you can draw whatever things make you happy and what are important to you. So now I'm gonna cut this out. Okay, so now I'm gonna glue it on to my orange piece of paper. You can use any color paper you want. And also you can decorate it more, like once I glue it on, you can decorate the outside, like around it, you can decorate with washi tape or gems or anything you have, you can color. Okay, so this is my finished coat of armor. So for the last activity, it's kind of like a craft, but it's a different kind of craft. It's chocolate decorating. And in the video, you saw a chocolate festival where there's a runway and all of the models wear dresses and skirts made out of chocolate. So I thought it would be really cool if we made some chocolate that looked like a skirt. So I have this transfer paper. You can get it at a cake decorating place, and sometimes they have them at craft stores. And it has this really pretty design on it. So I cut out a skirt shape out of some construction paper and then placed it underneath the transfer paper and cut it out. So now I have this shape out of the transfer paper. And there's a smooth side and a bumpy side. So you want the bumpy side facing up. And I melted some chocolate, and I'm just gonna put this on top of the transfer paper, all over, and then smooth it out. And this is special transfer paper that's edible. So that's why you can use it with chocolate. So I'm almost done. Okay. And now I'm gonna put this in the freezer for 5 minutes. So I just took it out of the freezer, and now we're gonna peel off the paper, and now the design is on the chocolate. So now we have a little chocolate skirt with a pretty design on it. I hope you had fun doing these festival themed crafts with me. Bye!
Welcome to Festival Trivia. There are 10 questions, 4 answers, only one of which is correct. Today I'm playing with my friends Linda, Sherry, and Janet. I hope you play along and shout out your answers. Who's ready to play? Question number 1. In what country can you go to the world's biggest carnival? A, France, B, Brazil, C, China, or D, Denmark? What country can you go to the world's biggest carnival? It's really quite fun. And the answer is Brazil. Question number 2. In which festival do you see lanterns released into the sky? Yaping in Thailand, Fiesta in Albuquerque, Holi in India, or Winter Carnival in Quebec?
That's another thing. Those look beautiful.
That was beautiful.
Amazing.
They are so pretty.
Thai.
The answer is Thailand. It's in Chiang Mai in the northern part of Thailand.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
It looked amazing.
Question number 3. What would you not find at the El Alamo Medieval Festival? This one's the hard one. A, cheese, B, honey, C, sugar, or D, meat. What would you not find there? Because it wasn't around in the Middle Ages.
I think I remember this, unless I'm confusing it with
Is
something else.
sugar. They had not yet discovered sugar in the Middle Ages.
Wow.
Question number 4. What can you do at the Salon du Chocolat in Paris? A, sample chocolate. B, see dresses made of chocolate. C, watch top chefs making chocolate. Or D, all of the above. What is it that you can do at this lovely place?
It looked amazing.
I think this is going on my bucket
Me
list.
too.
All of the above. I think the dresses made of chocolate were really
So
amazing.
cool.
Incredible.
Question number 5. Who is the ambassador of the Quebec Winter Carnival? A, a snowman. B, bonhomme. C, a queen. Or D, a snow king. They all could be, but which one?
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember.
Ambassador of the
Looks so
Quebec
awesome.
Winter Carnival. And the answer is bonhomme.
Oh, I got that wrong.
What is beaver tail? An Indian delicacy, a medieval treat, a delicious fried dough treat, or an ice cream treat?
I've had these. These are amazing. Because
Really?
we used to go skiing in Mont Tremblant.
I didn't answer quick enough.
Oh, I had never tried one of those, but they look great. A delicious fried dough treat.
I'm not so.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Number 7. How is a hot air balloon controlled? It has a motor like a car. The balloon uses a burner fueled by propane to heat up the air. It's filled with helium, or it's flown by 20 tiny birds. Well, at least one of those I think you can eliminate. And the answer is the balloon uses a burner fueled by propane to heat up the air.
They're so pretty.
Yeah.
They are amazingly beautiful. Question number 8. One of the most popular events of the Fiesta is during the evening, when the balloons are tethered down, inflated, and then each balloon lights its torch so that the balloons all glow. They call this the A, night magic glow, B, nightly rodeo, C, balloon glow, or D, balloons light up.
I didn't do it in time. Shoot.
It could be any of them, and the answer is balloon glow. In India, to celebrate spring, what do people throw during the Holi festival? A, colored powder, B, yogurt, C, water balloons, or D, tomatoes. What do they throw during the Holi festival? And the answer is colored powder. It really looks messy.
Cool too. That looks like
Yeah, that looked very messy, but
Messy
and
fun.
everyone looked so happy.
Yes, exactly. Okay, our final question. What would you likely see at Coachella? A, amazing bands, B, gigantic art structures, C, bohemian fashions, or D, all of the above? What would we see at Coachella? And the answer is all of the above. How did you all do?
Let's see how we did.
Linda won, 9 out of 10. Janet got 8 and Sherry got 8. I hope you enjoyed and played along with Festival Trivia. How many did you get right? I'll see you next time for more Wheels Up.